need for listening and speaking enough language exchange. When do online language exchange with the language partners, and we need to practice listening and speaking, focusing on, and then doing also language exchange with the language partners. It's necessary for us to have enough time to do language exchange. So, and now I would like to talk about not only language exchanging, but also practice, extra practice for listening and speaking. It seems to prepare for language exchange. And when we can listen, and then I usually listen to music, cafe music, when I prepare food and cooking and having eating and then relax or when I exercise, I listen to the cafe music on YouTube video. Then I can change the music to cafe music in English to um, music like ballad in Vietnamese. It's just I can enjoy listening to music rather than English, the focusing on the listening. So and then I decided to change it the music from the English to Vietnamese. So and then I try to listen to. I'm not familiar with the Vietnamese songs, but the purpose, one of the purpose is listening, and then uh, I have um, need to listen to Vietnamese songs to improve listening skills, and also I can listen to watch it, news to know about what happens in Vietnam related with Korea, and then by doing that I can talk uh, about the topic. When we watch the news, and then if the news is very important, and then many of the news broadcast and broadcast to the news. So and then I can listen many times with the different view of each broadcast company. And then it's very useful because I can repeat the story, the news, and then I have experienced doing that. And then I listened to the Vietnamese news about typhoon number one we did and about faking products and Vietnamese government and police um, ban the shoppers to sell the fake products and called rejecting. Then I watched the news and then I tried to speak about the topic. So and then this is listening and speaking is very interactive. After listening, I can talk about it. For example, when I enjoy listening to Vietnamese songs, I can maybe I can sing a song, Vietnamese song, and at least one. For examples, while I'm learning English, I listen to many pop songs, English songs, not only pop songs, other songs. Then I can sing a few songs without reading the lyrics. I remember the songs. It means if I speak Vietnamese, it's a little bit natural for me to sing a Vietnamese song. So and then by listening to Vietnamese song, And I can pick up one which has a familiar with me, or I can pick up a song, Vietnamese song, and then I can enjoy it. I try to sing the songs with the lyrics, and then I can remember the songs. For example, Mei Ling. The song I remember that cũng lại tao mùa thu. Then that song, and then a little bit I can do that. Or quán cà phê mùa hè. Then that is sung by Mai Linh, the singer in Vietnamese singer, female singer. Then I can try to and then learn the singing a Vietnamese song. And also I can talk about the important news after watching news about the important topic or important information. And then I can talk about it. That is listening to speaking. Also, I can choose the way to speaking. I can talk with my friends who I met before, Vietnamese friends, and then maybe I can call and then I can talk with them in Vietnamese. Mostly, I can speak with them in English, but I can talk to them because I'm learning Vietnamese. I would like to talk with you in Vietnamese. So, and then that is not a study, it's communication. And also, mostly I try to send a message by voice, and then voice message is I try to say because I would like to enhance speaking rather than writing. Most people and then text uh, with the message. I know that my speaking in foreign language like English and then sometimes it's not clear, but it's possible to communicate with it if my friends or the language learner, uh, language partners accept that I send the message, and then maybe I can inspire them to send messages just like me. And then by doing that, and then I can practice speaking. Speaking is mostly important. The more I speak, the more I have a chance to speak, pronounce better than before. So and then getting familiar with the sound. This is a way to um, training the listening and speaking. It's necessary for me to improve communication skills. After communication skills, and then I can try to expand knowledge. Then I can read a lot and can read books. Without communication skills, I focused on the knowledge, and then I can study, I can read, I can study grammar. But even though I study a lot, then if I cannot listen, and then I can speak with the good pronunciation. Uh, I cannot speak with good pronunciation. Then communication is failed. So, and without communication, why I learned Vietnamese? The the main reason is for communication. After then, and then by expanding or having knowledge, and then I can communicate better in good condition. And this is the way to that. And then practice listening and speaking. And then also one thing is I would like to talk about language exchange, so enough language exchange. The language exchange is very important. Doing online language exchange is very, very useful. And also I can study with once a week, might be at least. I've been studying with many language partners, and then nowadays I focus on talking about some program in online language exchange, but I need to do more, with language exchange with language partners. Then with language partners, by doing that, I can have time. But the one thing is important is doing once a week is okay. Then I can do that, and but need to be sincere in doing online language exchange. Too much right, and then too much easy, and it's okay, but not uh, not desirable. It's not desirable. So, and then while we're doing online language exchange, and then we needed to enough time to do the mission, even though we have our chance to do online language exchange once a week, then and we can also, this is also effective if we practice enough, and then so doing online language exchange, and then will be a good way. So by doing online language exchange, and then I can get a feedback from AI, then and much more better, and then studying and focusing on that. The mostly the listening is important, speaking is the point. So, and then I think after communication, and next to knowledge. This is my motto. After communication, next knowledge. So, and then we need to do, we need to focus on communication. And after then, when we are success in communication with the language partner, then we can have expand knowledge by communication better and speaking each other and talking each other. Then and much more effective language exchange we can do. Now I'll talk about the need and that about patient. And I can go with this today and then here and go to AI. In English, my content of listening and speaking practice is necessary, and enough the language exchange with language partners after full reading with. Now I have some with my content about my page, and then I asked an AI, and then AI gave you about some what I talk, and then it's good way to that. Yes, and I have the content from AI, then I copy with it, and then adding the contents and my web jar, and then adding this, read it. Thank you for sharing your thoughts so thoroughly. I can see how committed and passionate you are about improving your listening and speaking skill through language exchange and music-based practice. To help you and make your message clearer, here's a refined version of what you wrote. This can serve as practice material or a script you can use when talking about your language more in depth. Refined version by language exchange and listening speaking practice journey. In order to improve my communication skills in a foreign language, especially listening and speaking, I believe that language exchange with the partners is both necessary and effective. After some basic reading practice, it's very helpful to focus on real-time listening and speaking with the native speakers. I've been doing online language exchange, and I've been found that it really helped me practice listening and speaking in a more natural and interactive way. I don't want the process to feel painful or stressful, so I try to make it enjoyable. One way I prefer for language exchange is while listening to music. For example, I often listen to gospel music in English while cooking, eating, relaxing, or exercising. Recently, I've started switching between English music and Vietnamese song, especially those from Vietnamese singer like Mu Linh. This helps me get used to the sound of Vietnamese in a fun way. Sometimes I even try to sing along with the lyrics to improve my pronunciation and memory. If I can sing a Vietnamese song from memory, it means I'm becoming more comfortable with the language. In addition to music, I also watch the news in Vietnamese. This helps me learn about current event and important topic in Vietnam. For instance, I listen to watching news about Vietnam's government cracking down on fake product. Crackdown. Cracking down. After watching, I try to talk about the news, which helps to improve my understanding and speaking ability. I also send voice message to my language partner instead of only texting. Speaking is harder, but it gives me the chance to improve my pronunciation and fluency. Even if I make mistake or my accent is inappropriate, I believe communication is still possible. And that's the most important goal. By repeating, listening, and speaking, practice, I become more familiar with the sound of the language, which helps me build confidence without speaking out. Real communication or studying the word wouldn't be enough. That's why my personal motto is after communication comes knowledge. After communication comes knowledge. After communication, next knowledge. After communication comes knowledge. I believe communication comes first, and once we can speak and understand each other, then we can expand our knowledge further through reading and studying. I usually do online language exchange once a week, and then that's enough. If we stay sincere and consistent, too many exchanges might not be helpful if they are not focused. I try to use my time wisely, get feedback, and improve step by step. In the end, what matters more is to enjoy the journey, practice often, and never stop communicating because language is for connection. Key takeaway. Focus on real communication. Don't worry about being perfect. Use music and news as tools for fun and interactive listening. Practice speaking by sending voice messages. Language exchange once a week is fine if done sincerely. Your mottos after communication comes knowledge is powerful and true. Okay, I talked about listening and speaking for need and then, the language exchange in English. After uploading this video, I can read the subtitle in Vietnamese. By doing that, uh, in Korean and English, and then I read with the subtitle in Vietnamese. Then I can make enhance the vocabulary in Vietnamese. Then I can talk about the topic, same topic, but differently in Vietnamese because I literally get familiar with the vocabulary and expressions. That's good way.